Hey friends, welcome to the Swing My Heart podcast. Come join me, your host Nicole, for some hope-filled conversations about heartfelt entertainment that makes your heart swing. Hey Hearties, welcome to the Swing My Heart podcast. I'm your host Nicole, joined by my lovely co-host Brennan to talk about When Calls the Heart, Season 1, Episode 10, Love Comes First. It was written by Vanessa Parise and directed by Neil Fernley. Elizabeth nurses a broken heart, but she puts on a brave face for her students. Meanwhile, Abigail gains access to Gowan's office and snatches an important file pertaining to the mine explosion. Dun, dun, dun. So, what were your first impressions on Love Comes First?
Oh, I also love this episode.
Mm-hmm.
It was such another good one. So much action and more drama, emotions.
Yeah.
It was so good. It
Yes.
is so good.
Yes. What would you say is the emotional tone of this episode? So one word.
I would say faith.
Yeah. Action filled?
Even better.
Mm-hmm.
I second that.
Yes. My first impression, I think this is one of the best episodes in the series, in my opinion.
I agree. It's so good.
Yeah. And one of the best in season 1.
Completely.
And what is your hot take of the week, if you have one?
I don't know if this is really a hot take, but I had forgotten about a lot of parts of this episode until I went back and rewatched it. And just poor Elizabeth, she has just gotten into so many hostage situations.
Yep. I can't think of a hot take of the week for this one.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah. I just think Henry's being Henry. Mean Henry.
The season 1 Henry, I mean,
Yes.
he's got the fur. Oh, he's just being nasty.
Yes.
When I've watched these past couple episodes, I would have to tell myself, okay, think about Hazelnut Henry, because we love Henry now.
Hazelnut Henry. Anyway, Coal Valley Chronicles. So the three main storylines of this episode. This is a 2-episode arc too, starting with the episode we just talked about, episode 9. So basically just continuing on with Jack and his new posting in Cape Fullerton, which he does go to his new posting temporarily. We see at the beginning of the episode, Elizabeth, I think she's writing in her journal and talking to Rip.
Yes.
And that scene is so funny. She's like, oh, hush. You're not the only one that misses him.
That's right. She's like, really? You're whining?
And then I loved the clip we got of Jack writing Elizabeth a letter by the fire when he's on his way to Cape Fullerton.
I like that scene too.
Yeah.
It was just, this whole scene was beautiful. He's outside, he has a little fire, and
yeah. And he tears out the paper because it's not how he wants it to sound like.
It's just, he's just telling her, like, I did this. Not good enough.
Also, the search and capture of the Tolliver gang, and Jack and Abigail continuing to work together to gather evidence for the coal mine investigation. And this is not related to a storyline in this episode, but our first appearance of Mike Hickam is in this episode.
Yes, it is. A boy.
When he's hanging the sign for the mercantile, and Ned, I guess he compliments him on how good the sign looks.
Oh, sweet season 1 Mike.
What do you think this episode set in motion for the rest of the season and the series? Mike Hickam is one because...
Yes, he is going to become a regular, a favorite. I think this absolutely set more in motion the investigation that Abigail and Jack are trying to work out and learn more about. And I think it sets in motion a big lesson learned for Julie.
Yes.
And more of a setup for Jack and Elizabeth's future.
Yes. I think that's exactly what this episode set in motion for
Mhm.
the show. Hearts of the Valley. What were the moments of growth, vulnerability, and conflict for you in this episode with any of the characters?
I think Julie had a lot of growth.
Yes.
And I think she and Elizabeth and Abigail and even Jack and Officer O'Reilly, they
Mm-hmm.
all were in vulnerable positions in this episode,
Mm-hmm.
especially when they came in contact with the Tolliver gang.
Yeah.
And like I mentioned earlier, Julie and Elizabeth being taken hostage. I mean, oh my goodness, how much more vulnerable can you get?
Yeah. So, moments of growth for me, I think maybe regarding Julie, moment of growth would be the conversation that she had over tea with Abigail and Elizabeth after the whole Tolliver gang situation came to an end.
Yes.
Moments of vulnerability, I would say, again, any of the contact that Julie had with Nate when
Yes.
she's being deceived, like the moment when she helps him clean up and shave.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And going just a tad off topic for a second, but when the post with Nathan's mustache
Mm-hmm.
for season 13
Yeah.
came out, I think some of us were talking about how we need another shave scene like this one.
We sure do. We need to see Elizabeth shave that mustache.
Yes. Also, a moment of vulnerability and conflict, too, was Abigail confronting Henry about his involvement in the mine disaster after taking the file from his office.
Mm-hmm.
This is when Henry puts the blame on Noah.
Yes. Good memory.
Who do you think changed the most in this episode?
I think Julie changed the most.
Yeah, I'd say Julie too by a clear mile. Mountie Watch. So Jack meets some of the Mounties on his way to his new post in Cape Fullerton,
Mhm.
including, now, it's not said at this time if he's superintendent, but this is the first appearance of Superintendent Collins,
Mm-hmm. That's right.
who pretty much recognizes him right away. He says something along the lines of, "Do you have any relation to Thomas Thornton?" And Jack's like, "Yeah, that's my dad."
Yes. It was fun to see some more Mounties.
Collins is a great Mountie.
He is.
The following scene with Jack and some of the other Mounties
Mhm.
is, I think, when he comes in contact with one of the squads in charge of finding the Tolliver gang.
Yeah.
And, they're talking about his whereabouts.
Mhm.
And, that Mountie that's standing in front, he says they found, I think, Nate Tolliver's horse just
Mhm.
outside Coal Valley. And the
Mhm.
second that Mountie says Coal Valley, Jack is booking it.
He is gone. He's like dust. He just
Go get your
within a
woman.
second. You can barely see him.
Yeah. Go save your woman, Mountie.
That's right. Don't stop till you get
Yeah.
there.
Yep. I love how he just books it and the other Mountie's like, "Where are you going?"
Yeah. Like this is no time for questions.
Yes. And just the look on Jack's face, he's like, "Oh."
Mhm. Oh, it's that protective
Yeah.
look of love. It's so good.
Yes. The iconic saving scene, the
Mm.
rescue scene.
Oh, it's so good.
So good.
I think that's probably one of my favorite action scenes
Yeah.
in the whole series. It's fantastic.
Yes. When Jack gets there, and Elizabeth warns him, she says, "Jack, there's 4 of them and they're all armed."
And she's taking a big risk saying
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. And
Mhm.
just Nate Tolliver being creepy when he walks up to
Mhm.
Elizabeth and he's like, "I like your sister."
Oh, oh, gives me the creeps.
Ugh.
Heebie-jeebies.
And then when he tries to make physical contact with Elizabeth, Julie is like, "Get away from her."
That's right. Oh,
Then Julie's saying, "Elizabeth is courting a Mountie or dating a Mountie, and he will find you."
that's right. Yeah, she's ready to use that Mountie card. Like he is my sister's boyfriend and he will kick your butt.
But the red tablecloth method, that was
Oh,
brilliant.
that was genius.
Yeah.
Genius.
And of course, Nate Tolliver has to pull a knife on Jack
Of
when he
course he does.
figures it out.
I was watching this episode with Evan, and he also really loved this action scene. And he said, the show doesn't really do action scenes
Mm-mm,
like this anymore.
not like that.
We still love our show
Mhm.
and all the seasons, but
Yeah.
I wish that they would still do action scenes like this. I
Yeah.
feel like they kind of play it safe now.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
just backtracking for a second because the audacity of Henry Gowan
Oh,
and the
when Jack
Pinkerton,
goes to his office.
when Jack and O'Reilly go to his office and he's like, well, we can't help because it's not company business. Now, if they were involved in company business, then we might be able to help. And I'm like, honestly, Henry Gowan, are you that heartless?
Watching that scene back, my jaw dropped. I forgot about that scene and I just thought, oh, Henry, I do not like you right now. You cold-hearted man. Ooh.
Like, honestly, as they're burning potential evidence for the mine investigation.
Oh. This is when you insert the angry emoji. Put it right there.
Yeah, the audacity of Henry Gowan.
Oh, you really see, I think, where his heart is in that
Yeah.
moment is he's in a space right now where he does not care.
Mm-mm.
He doesn't care. He really is all about himself
Yeah.
and his business and ooh.
Jack and O'Reilly, they were asking him to deputize his men to help
Mhm.
with the rescue. And of course, they wouldn't. And I wrote in my notes, too busy burning potential evidence.
Oh. Oh, and when he says, as far as I'm concerned, those girls got themselves in the situation. Oh, no, you didn't. Oh, no, you
Didn't.
didn't. Like, Henry, quit digging the hole, okay? Henry Gowan. Thank goodness for his redemption story.
Yes. So Jack's talk with Collins, and this was after the capture of the Tolliver gang.
Mhm.
Collins commends Jack on the capture with the tablecloth maneuver. Collins says with the capture of the Tolliver gang, he gets to choose his assignments. I don't think there's any question.
Of course.
Yes. The Tolliver gang is Collins' last assignment. And I love that moment between them when they're talking about Jack's father and
Mhm.
how Thomas, that's Jack's father, was a rich man. Not
Mhm.
in money, but with a good wife and two great sons who we have
So
yet
sweet.
to meet Tom at this era of the show. Now we know who Tom is, but people who are just
Mhm.
finding the show have not met Tom yet.
Nope. They have not had the pleasure quite yet.
Yes. Played brilliantly by Max Lloyd Jones.
Yes, he's great.
And Jack's talk with Abigail about the file she stole from Henry's office. And Jack's reaction was priceless. He says something along the lines of, I do not condone stealing, but I'm impressed.
Yeah. He can't come down on her
No.
because I think he's secretly thinking, wow, good move.
Yeah. The file that she stole does show proof that corners were cut, but it's not clear who authorized or implemented the cuts.
Right.
Community chatter. Again, not a lot of group scenes. There might have been one or two school scenes, I think, and that's it.
Yeah.
Elizabeth's school lesson on inertia with the eggs. And
Yeah.
James' line, kind of towards the end of that scene, was hilarious when he's
Mhm.
like, I think Rip is an object at rest.
That was so funny. Oh, sweet Rip. So adorable.
Yes. And of course, the law of inertia is an object at motion stays at motion, and an object at rest stays at rest
Mm-hmm.
until an outside force changes that.
Mm-hmm.
Going to Coal Valley highlights, what were the top 3 scenes in this episode for you?
Oh, top 3 scenes. The rescue scene,
Mm-hmm.
the scene with Jack and Elizabeth when he comes to talk to her at the end of the episode. And I think the scene also with Elizabeth, Julie, and Abigail.
Yeah, that's a good one too. So I wrote down the rescue with Elizabeth and Julie, and Jack saving them with Patrick's help. Jack sharing his feelings with Elizabeth. You just mentioned that one too. When I was out there and I thought that you were in trouble, when I thought there was even a chance that you were in danger and I wasn't here, I want you to know that I had nothing on my mind but getting back to you. I don't know what's going to happen next. I don't know where I'm going to be tomorrow, but I don't want to regret not telling you what I was thinking, what I am feeling. I can't leave without telling you that I care. I care that you're safe.
Oh, so sweet.
That's one of my favorite Jack and Elizabeth scenes.
Oh, it's so beautiful. And I love the way so much of that scene is shot, where it's just their side profiles. They're looking at each other.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so beautiful.
Yes, beautifully shot by Neil.
Yes. Tried and true.
Yeah. I don't think you mentioned this one, but Elizabeth and Julie's talk before bed at the end of the episode.
Oh, can I change mine to that one? Because I love that scene.
Yeah, it's when they were talking about when they were kids and Elizabeth would stay up all night and keep a lookout for the monsters that Julie was afraid of.
Yes. Oh, that scene is so good.
Thank you for being my big sister. Thank you for being my little sister. Who do you think had the best performance in this episode?
I think Jack had the best performance.
Yeah.
And
I'm not just agreeing with you just to agree with you. Jack really did have the best performance.
He really did.
Yeah. Or Dan.
Yes, absolutely. He did a lot.
Yeah. Yay. What is the best quote for you of this episode?
Oh, I wrote it down. It was going back to the last scene of the episode, which we both love. When Elizabeth is journaling, she writes, "Sometimes we need heroes in our lives. And sometimes for the people we love, we have to become the hero."
I actually wrote that one down too. So we have the same one.
It's so good.
Yeah. So an Easter egg or callback potentially from this episode. The second scene when Jack meets with the Mounties, and he finds out that the Tolliver gang is in Coal Valley. The Mountie that is talking to him, there's a mention of a town in their conversation. And I feel like it's a callback to the pilot movie. There's a mention of Pine Springs.
Ooh.
And I think that was the town that Aunt Elizabeth moved to. Pine Springs.
Right. Yes. Oh, that does sound familiar. Yeah.
So maybe
good catch.
A little nod. Thank you.
Yeah.
So going to Faith and Frontier, what were the themes of this episode for you?
Definitely a theme of danger. Unfortunately, because of certain decisions or choices, the theme of maybe getting yourself into a mess and getting yourself just into a physical situation that might be kind of hard to get out of. And I think also a theme of heartbreak. Yeah. For a little while.
Yeah. So the first theme in this episode, love as a guiding force, love for others, romantic, Jack and Elizabeth, familial, Elizabeth and Julie, and communal. So just the love that everyone in town has for each other. Love for others is the most powerful motivator, shown with, Jack rushing back to Coal Valley to rescue Elizabeth and her sister Julie after learning they're in danger. His willingness to risk his life for her proves his love and forces them to confront their true feelings. Two Bible verses I think fit this. 1 Corinthians chapter 16, verse 14, do everything in love. And then John chapter 15, verses 12 and 13. My commandment is this, love each other as I have loved you. Greater love has no one than this, than to lay down his life for his friends. That's one of my favorite verses.
Oh, me too. It's so beautiful.
The pursuit of truth and justice, with Abigail's search for the truth behind the mining tragedy. Yes. And, how it reaches a critical point when she risks exposure by secretly stealing a file from Henry's office containing incriminating evidence that corners were cut. Even after Henry suggests Noah was at fault, she prioritizes justice over her husband's potential dishonor, which that speaks volumes to her character.
It
And
really, truly
yeah,
does.
a Bible verse that would fit this. We've used this one before.
Mhm.
Isaiah chapter 1, verse 17. Learn to do right, seek justice, defend the oppressed, take up the cause of the fatherless, plead the case of the widows. And that is so fitting because this is for a coal mining disaster and investigation that involves widows
Mhm.
and fatherless children.
Yes. Oh, it's so fitting.
Yeah.
So appropriate.
The only other theme I have consequences and personal growth. So
Mm.
Julie and her infatuation with Nate Tolliver shows the naivety of judging people at face value and the consequences of that by being kidnapped with her sister. And that forces Julie to confront the foolishness of her love at first sight attraction to him. Relevant scene in this episode, Julie's talk with Elizabeth about Jack, Nate, and Billy Hamilton, too. Julie is saying the bonds of love are not easily broken. And Elizabeth is like, what are you talking about? And she's like, I think I'm in love. Elizabeth is like, love? You don't even know this man.
Yes. I love when she's like, you just met this man in the
Man.
woods and now you're talking about love.
And Elizabeth makes a great point. Not every man has good intentions.
Like she said, it's about integrity and
Mhm.
character.
Yeah. A Bible verse that I think fits this. Proverbs chapter 13, verse 20. Walk with the wise and become wise, for a companion of fools suffers harm.
Isn't that so true?
So Julie got involved with someone that was not trustworthy, and she almost potentially lost her life for that.
Yep.
She was held at gunpoint for that.
And she brought her sister along with her.
Just goes to show you can't trust everyone.
Nope.
So, what is the overall message of this episode, and how do you think the message and the themes of this episode apply to today?
I think the overall message, like you were saying earlier, not judging someone just by their outside appearance or not believing somebody right away just because they're charming or they're handsome / beautiful or they're nice. I mean, maybe just not jumping the gun and taking a little more time to get to know somebody and get to know their heart. And, you know, we see that with Jack and Elizabeth, they've taken time the whole season to get to know each other. And Julie just kind of jumped on it. And
yeah. So this episode, in my opinion, it conveys a message that genuine love is proven through courageous, selfless action. People aren't always what they seem, and to prioritize truth over personal fear. And how the message and themes could apply to today, like the verse in John says about laying down your life for your friends. That could apply to anyone in law enforcement and the military and laying their life down for their community, for their country. People aren't always what they seem, relevant to Julie and Nate. That could apply to today with, you know, who you hang out with, who you spend your time with can be a reflection of who you are as a person.
Absolutely. Yes.
So always be careful who you're spending your time with because, I mean, it's just a known fact. People have influences on other people.
Yes, that's very true. I totally agree. If you start hanging out with certain people, you catch on to their beliefs, their actions, how they speak, how they talk.
Yes.
That all rubs off.
Yeah. That's one reason why I'm so careful with who I hang out with. I don't think I'm the kind of person that would be swayed, but I'm still careful about who I hang out with because this is not judging by any means. I do have friends that like to go out and party, and I'm just not for that.
Yeah. And that's okay.
Yeah.
Because you can find common ground in other ways.
Yeah.
And other things that you both enjoyed.
Yeah.
And I've always thought in friendships, it's quality over quantity. I'd rather have 3 best friends than 30 friends.
Yeah. And they
Mhm.
say just coming in contact with one person that is a bad influence could change your whole life. Example, if you're friends with someone that likes to party and then you go out to a party with them and there's a whole bunch of drinking, you could get in the car with that person and get in an accident.
Yes. Yes. Exactly.
Involuntarily.
Mm-hmm.
Even if
Right.
you're not the one doing the drinking.
Mm-hmm. Right. Exactly. Unfortunately, there are situations where, you're also guilty by association. I really like what you said, and
Yeah.
I agree with you. It's finding people who are
Mhm.
like-minded as you.
Yeah.
And if you have friends that really aren't, that's okay. But
Yeah.
making those tough choices, being able to say, I love you, you're my friend. I'm just not going to do X, Y, and Z with
Yeah.
you.
Mhm. Very true.
Yeah.
And to wrap up this episode, the answer to the trivia question for episode 9 was, how many years did Constable Patrick O'Reilly say he worked in North Burlington and Elwood Ridge? The answer is 15 years. Our trivia question for this week, what kind of baked goods did Abigail leave for Henry in his office when she stole the file with incriminating evidence? Leave the answer in the comments of this video if you know it. All right, Hearties. Well, I think that concludes our review of When Calls the Heart, Season 1, Episode 10. If you enjoyed this episode and are watching on YouTube, you can like this video and share your thoughts about the episode in the comments. If you were listening on Spotify, make sure to rate and review, as your feedback is always greatly appreciated. If you want to stay up to date on all of our reviews for When Calls the Heart, you can subscribe to this channel on YouTube and follow along on Spotify. And make sure to turn on the bell so you were alerted when those new episodes come. You can also find the podcast on Facebook, Instagram, and Threads at Swing My Heart Podcast and Twitter at Swing My Heart Pod. And you can find Brennan on Instagram at West Hardy. Thank you so much for listening. We hope you have a wonderful day or night wherever you are in the world, and we will see you next time. We love y'all. Bye.
Bye.